at the Ord River diversion in Kununnarra, just checking it out because it's quite an amazing feat of engineering. There's a whole bunch of statistics of which I can't remember any of them, but basically it just sort of regulates the flow of the river, so the river can continue to flow in the dry season, but doesn't create a whole lot of drama in the wet season. Only got a couple of gates open today, but it's pretty huge, so I reckon it'll be epic in the wet season. It would look amazing with some water going over it. We just came down to the golf course to check out how much it costs to pay, because we've got a bit of stuff that we need to do while we're in town, like get the camper trailer fixed and some other bits and pieces, so we might hang out here for a few days. Anyway, 9 holes for $15, $20 for 18 holes. We're too hot to do 18. But anyway, looks nice. That's the pump house. I guess it's a restaurant now. Yeah, course looks alright. Fairways look alright. The greens are sand, but we know how to play those now, so should be alright. Just waiting for my tyre to get repaired, the one that I had to patch out at Mount Augustus. So I had a bit of time to kill, so we've come down to the Ivanhoe crossing just to have a bit of a look. It's closed at the moment because there's a bit too much water flowing over it, but it looks pretty cool. Got to be crop-wise though. Looks like it's flying a little bit faster to drive over today. We've been staying at the Hidden Valley Caravan Park in Kununnarra for a bit, just because we've got a few things that we need to do in town, and some dramas have happened with road closures and stuff. So anyway, there's a national park that sort of borders the caravan park. I'm not sure of the pronunciation, but I think it's Miramar. Anyway, it's touted as the mini bungles, and seeing as the road to the bungles is closed at the moment, we thought we'd come for a walk in here and check it out. It's pretty rad. Have a look. What does Sonia think?
They're cute, but I thought Keep River was the mini bungles.
Depends who you ask, I think. So far this little park's pretty cool. The walk's nice and flat, pretty easy. It's, you know, some cool rock formations. But it's just nice to do a walk that's actually not a ball breaker. We've got our sneakers on instead of our hiking boots. We're just taking it easy. We don't even have camelbacks or anything because we're only like right near town. Which is kind of funny because a lot of people who have reviewed this park have sort of said the same thing. It's like nobody really talks about it or knows about it. And it's quite rad. And it's literally like in Kununnarra. These walks actually have paths. This feels quite civilised, doesn't it?
So luxurious.
Yeah. Scope this cool bit on the way in. Makes you sort of wonder how it was eroded. Maybe with some water running over it. Hey, Sonia?
In the wet season.
Oh, this is very nice. Nice and easy to walk on. My creaky old ankles. Woolly butt.
do you think?
It's awesome. I really like this. It's amazing.
Me too.
It's the 29th of June and we've decided to go back into the Miramar National Park to do the big walk, which is a class 5. So far it hasn't been too bad, but yeah, we'll have to see. We went pretty early, but yeah, it's awesome. The views and the rock formations are so cool. Have a look at this one. I'm sure it'd be better on a clear day with a bit more sort of vibrancy, but still, it's pretty rad. Anyway, we'll keep going. So, yeah, the walk still hasn't been too hard. A little bit of scrambling over some rocks, but definitely no Mount Bruce. But it's just crazy how this is basically right next to Kununnarra, and it feels so remote. That's an awesome walk, and it's right next to our caravan park. So there's a gate just on the back fence, and you just walk through that, you're in the park. Pretty cool. We're at the lookout. Well, I don't even know if it's the lookout, but it's a lookout on this walk. It's windy, and yeah, it's spectacular. Look at this. You would never know that you're right next to town. Hey, Sonia?
Definitely not. I love that. It looks like Asia. That kind
Looks like Australia to me. Some really cool rocks in this place. Just the layers are awesome. They're all over the place. We finished the so-called grade 5 walk. I don't know if it was really a grade 5. It was probably more like a grade 4.6. It was really good. Really exceeded expectations. I think this whole park's exceeded my expectations. What does Sonia reckon?
of. Yeah, it's quite beautiful.
Yeah, really accessible, right by town. If you don't want to do the hardcore walks, then there's some with some paths and stuff. So
All abilities.
all abilities, that's it, all inclusive. Yeah, all around good time. Good work, Kununnarra. We're at Lake Argyle today. We didn't really get a chance to do a little intro video because we were running a bit late and had to just jump straight on the boat, but I'll chuck some footage in. Saw some crocs, and now we're at the sort of downwind, down water side of the dam, and apparently 80,000 litres per second comes through these jets. Of course you can't see it. I'll include some other footage, but pretty cool. Unfortunately the weather up here is not great today, but whatever. That's why we're wearing jackets and puffer vests. Sonia's freezing, I'm freezing, let's go. I think we found some crocs.
I'll let you use paddings on it.
I can't believe how fat he is. Like,
Yeah, he's pretty round in the middle.
Like, excuse me.
Skinny nose, round belly.
It's pretty amazing when you think to yourself, okay, this that comes in here has to be the same amount that goes out the other end. But it's just maintained exactly the same level.
Yep, we're in Kununnarra, the tropics, and I'm wearing a down puffer vest and Sonia's wearing a hoodie. Unseasonable cold weather is upon us.
Lucky we're prepared.
Lucky we are prepared. Anyway, today we are going to go and check out Wyndham and some of the sights up there. Sonia's driving, so we might not make it. So I'll just ramble a lot and record my thoughts. We're in Wyndham and we've made it to the Big Croc. It's like a lot of these towns have their big thing, and lots of them are a bit lame, but a Big Croc is cool. So we just found the remains of the first building and the only building in the official Wyndham town site. So they had this plan for Wyndham to be what looks like a pretty big town, but then the unofficial sort of settlement popped up just down the road, and therefore this place never really took off, and it looks like the unofficial one didn't really take off either. And that's all there is.
Looks like people drive around here.
A half-built building. It's so weird being here and being cold.
The other day it was so hot.
Yeah, when we first got to Kununnarra, we couldn't really sleep that night because it was so hot. We had to have the fan going and everything. And now I'm cold. Interesting fact, Wyndham is apparently the town with the highest average temperature year round, 36 degrees Celsius. I reckon it's probably 19 today. Brr. We're stopping off at the Wyndham Caravan Park to check out the big boab. Apparently it's a really big one. It's inside the grounds of the caravan park. But they welcome guests to walk through the grounds and check it out. It is pretty big. 2,000 years old's wild. Didn't really care too much about checking out that boa, but it's actually awesome. It's really, really big, really old. It's just, I mean, if you're in the town, it's worth checking out, I reckon. Croc Cafe and Bakery, sausage roll, 7.5 out of 10. Mud cake, probably an 8.5 out of 10. Mud cake probably too big. I feel a bit sick. With the Five Rivers Lookout. I'll let you guess why it's called the Five Rivers Lookout. It's apparently 5 rivers converge here. We've pretty much picked the worst day in terms of visibility though. It's pretty cloudy, but it's still a pretty good view today.
Cockburn Ranges.
Also known as the Cockburn Ranges. Ouch. Sunshine's poking through. We're at the Afghan cemetery because, you know, that's not weird to check out. But what is weird is that the Afghans weren't actually Afghans, they were Indians.
Not all of them.
Okay, not all of them, but
Many of them came
many
from
of them. Maybe Sonia can do this intro. Anyway, something else that's cool is the graves are really big because they buried the lead camel with the master. So we'll go and have a look at some big graves. Now, there's a pretty big grave. Not really any kind of information. Nothing on the headstones. That tree's white. Yeah, anyway. Thought it might be a bit more interesting than this, but no disrespect to the old cameliers.
There's information here about who they are.
Alright, here we go. Sonia's found some information. Here you go, Sonia. So yeah, Sonia was right about the information. And what we've noticed is that a lot of them were really old. That dude, 90. A bunch of them into their 70s. This dude was apparently over 100. He only made it to 50. 70s, 80s. I mean, I feel like that's pretty good innings back in the day. We're down in the wetlands looking for crocs. There's a big sign in the car park warning to be croc-wise. And yeah, this place does look pretty crocky. There is a croc over there on the bank, I think, over there. See if I can get a better shot with my big camera. Yep, that's definitely a croc. What dry season? Here we have the Sonia changing into a shoe. This is the first bit of sunshine we've had in a few days. This morning I was wearing a hoodie and a puffer vest, and now I'm getting hot. I like it. Alright, today we're going to do the Kelly's Knob walking track up to the top of Kelly's Knob. Hope Kelly doesn't mind. We made it to the top of Kelly's Knob and it was hard. I may have underestimated how hard it was to climb Kelly's Knob. Look at where the car is. Awesome view. I'm being careful.